What's up YouTube? Welcome back to another reaction video here on this channel. In today's video we are checking out REN. And I've never heard of REN, but it was a recommendation and I should please react to the song Hi REN by REN. I really don't know what to expect. I don't know anything about REN. I don't know what genre that is. So it's I have no expectations. I am curious and I would say we shouldn't waste any time and go into the reaction. But of course, as always, feel free to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to get notifications every time I release something new. Also, if you want, feel free to like this video and give it a comment down below in the comment section. There is nothing more I can say right now, so I shut up and we should start with the reaction. This song is called Hi REN and it's by REN. And I would say, let's go. Oh, and I see the song is 9 minutes long. Okay. Okay, some hostel or saw scenes. Okay. I never thought in a million years that it will turn out this way.
Hi there, Ran. It's been a little while. Did you miss me? You thought you buried me, didn't you? Risky. Cause I always come back. Deep down you know that. Deep down you know I'm always in periphery. Ran, are you pleased to see me? It's been weeks since we spoke, bro. I know you need me. You're the sheep, I'm the shepherd. Not your place to lead me. Not your place to be biting off the hand that feeds me. Hi, Ran. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself since my therapist told me I'm ill. And I've been making some progress lately, and I've learned some new coping skills. So I haven't really needed you much, man. I think we need to just step back and chill. Ren, you sound more insane than I do. You think that those doctors are really there to guide you? Been through this a million times. Your civilian mind is so perfect, you're always being lied to. Okay, take another pill, boy. Drown yourself in the sound of white noise. Follow this 10-step program, rejoice. All your problems will be gone. Fucking dumb boy. Nah, mate, this time is different, man. Trust me. I feel like things might be falling in place. And my music's been kinda doing bits too. Like I actually might do something great. And when I'm gone, maybe I'll be remembered for doing something special with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think?
Oh, that's pretty interesting. It's not the music I would listen to personally, because it's too acoustic for me. But this is really, I wouldn't say it's catchy, but I watched it for 2 minutes and 30 seconds without pausing it. Because I started to process what I hear and what I see. So, first of all, I noticed the song is about mental health, especially about, I would say it's about schizophrenia. He might be in a mental health institution, and the voices in his head, or the one voice in his head, is talking to him. And I think that's really creative. Thumbs up for this idea and the creativity behind it. The only thing I did not understand yet was the pig, because when I think about pigs in art, sometimes the police are called pigs, but I have never heard that a nurse or a doctor or whatever was called a pig. So I really don't know why there was a pig. But overall, like I said, I think it's about schizophrenia and I really like it.
with myself. That's why I don't think that we should talk, man. Cause when you're with me, it never seems to help. You think that you can amputate me? I am you, you are me, you are I am we are one. Split in two, that makes one. So you see, you gotta kill you if you wanna kill me. I'm not leftover dinner, I'm not scraps on the side. Oh, your music is thriving, delusional guy. Where's your top 10 hit? Where's your interview with Oprah? Wow, your Grammys, Ren? Nowhere. Yeah, but my music's not commercial like that. I never chase numbers, statistics or stats. I never write hooks for the radio, they never even play me, so why would I concern myself with that? But my music is really connecting, and the people who find it respect it. And for me that's enough, cause this life's been tough, so it gives me a purpose I can rest in. Man, you sound so pretentious. Ren, your music is so self-centered. No one wants to hear another song about how much you hate yourself. Trust me. You should be so lucky, having me inside you to guide you.
That's funny, I can relate to that.
Nothing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it.
Yeah. Okay. Now I'm a little bit confused. So I make music for over 10 years and definitely not successful. And there are two voices in my head too. The one voice is telling me keep doing it, keep making music, and the other voice is exactly telling me the same, like this. Why do you waste your time and make something no one would listen to? Now I am confused and I'm not really sure if this is only about schizophrenia. It's fucking interesting.
Provide you perspective, that thing you neglected, I get it. You wanna be a big deal, next Jimi Hendrix, forget it. Man, it's not like that. Man, it's just like that. I'm inside you, you twat. No, it's not, man, you're wrong. When I write, I belong. Let me break the fourth wall by acknowledging this song. Ren sits down, has a stroke of genius. He wants to write a song that was not done previous. A battle with the subconscious, Eminem did it. Played on guitar, Plan B did it. Man, you're not original, you criminal rip-off artist. The pinnacle of your success is stealing other people's material. Ren, mate, we've heard it all before. She sells seashells on the seashore. Fuck you, I don't need you, I don't need to hear this. Cause I'm fine by myself, I'm a genius. And I will be great, and I will make waves, and I'll shake up the whole world beneath us. That's right, speak your truth, your fucking God complex leaks out of you. It's refreshing to actually hear you say it instead of downplay it. Music is all about the creative process, and if people can find something to relate to within that, then that's just a bonus. Fuck you, I'ma fucking kill you, Ren. Well, fucking kill me then, let's fucking have you, Ren. I'ma do it, watch me prove it. Who are you to doubt my music? Cause I call the shots, I choose if you die. Yeah, I call the shots and so I choose who survives. I'll tie you up in knots when I lock you inside. Newsflash. I was created at the dawn of creation. I am temptation. I am the snake in Eden. I am the reason for treason, beheading all kings. I am sin, with no rhyme or reason. Son of the morning, Lucifer, Antichrist, father of lies. Mephistopheles, truth in a blender, deceitful pretender, the banished avenger, the righteous surrender. When standing in front of my solar eclipse, my name is stitched to your lips. So you see, I won't bow to the will of a mortal, feeble and normal. You wanna kill me? I'm eternal immortal. I live in every decision that catalyzes chaos, that causes division. I live inside death, the beginning of end. I am you, you are me, I am you, Ren.
Is it possible that the more angrier he gets, the more the lights are flickering? Or is it just like how the music is? I didn't look that much to the lights, but I noticed the angrier it gets, the more the lights are flickering. But the more heavier the music gets, or the more angrier he gets? That's the question here. And so far, it's again just about music. So I don't know. Is it schizophrenia? Or is it about a musician who tried it for so long and is only super frustrated because he noticed he will never make it in this life? Well, because that's something I can relate to. I mean, I'm not this crazy, but yeah, there are some similarities with this and my life. So yeah, it's I mean, it's a little bit sad, but also it's a funny coincidence.
Hi, Ren. I've been taking some time to be distant. I've been taking some time to be still. I've been taking some time to be by myself, and I've spent half my life ill. But just as sure as the tide starts turning, just as sure as the night has dawned, just as sure as the rainfall soon runs dry when you stand in an eye of a storm. I was made to be tested and twisted, I was made to be broken and beat. I was made by his hand, it's all part of his plan that I stand on my own 2 feet. And you know me, my will is eternal, and you know me, you've met me before. Face to face with a beast, I will rise from the east and I'll settle on the ocean floor. And I go by many names also. Some people know me as hope, some people know me as the voice that you hear when you loosen the noose on the rope. And you know how I know that I'll prosper? 'Cause I stand here beside you today. I have stood in the flames that cremated my brain, and I didn't once flinch or shake. So cower at the man I've become when I sing from the top of my lungs, that I won't retire, I'll stand in your fire, inspire that me to be strong. And when I am gone I will rise in the music that I left behind. Ferocious, persistent, immortal like you, we're a climate to different sides. When I was 17 years old, I shouted out into an empty room, into a blank canvas, that I would defeat the forces of evil. And for the next 10 years of my life, I suffered the consequences, with autoimmunity, illness, and psychosis. As I got older, I realized there were no real winners and there were no real losers in psychological warfare, but there were victims and there were students. It wasn't David versus Goliath. It was a pendulum, eternally swaying from the dark to the light. And the more intensely that the light shone, the darker the shadow it cast. It was never really a battle for me to win. It was an eternal dance. And like a dance, the more rigid I became, the harder it got. The more I cursed my clumsy footsteps, the more I struggled. So I got older, and I learned to relax, and I learned to soften, and that dance got easier. It is this eternal dance that separates human beings from angels, from demons, from gods. And I must not forget, we must not forget, that we are human beings.
Well, that was Hi Ren by Ren. This one was really interesting. I think the speech in the end brought light in the shadows. I mean, it sounds now really stupid, but okay, I don't think it's about schizophrenia. Like I said, I can relate to some things about you try to make something like art in this world and no one really gives you a chance or watches your art. And after a long time, there are two voices in your head, like I said. The one is telling you keep going and it's your passion and you love it, so don't stop doing it. And then there is a second voice in your head who's telling you, why do you waste your time with this shit? Also, it seems like he had or has depression, because in my opinion, if you have depression, you will have your depression your whole life, but you can learn to live with it and don't let the depression control your life, if you understand what I mean. And that's also something I can relate to. So that's why I said the last speech brought a little bit light into the shadows, because I think this song is about depression, and if I look at myself, so I have depression and I struggled many years in my life. And music was always a way to escape reality and go into the world in my head and be free in a kind of way and feel happy. So that's why I started making music and tried to make successful music, what never happened. Because that was the only way to escape this dark place inside of me. And I think probably this song is about the same, or it's pretty close. If you have more information about the song and the meaning, let me know it, because I never have heard of REN, so I don't know the real backstory and what's the song really about. It's only what I assume could be possibly because of my own experiences. But yeah, I said in the beginning that this is not the music I would typically listen to, but it was very interesting. I really like the topics of mental health and problems. I love the darker places in life. I find it very interesting because I can relate to some things, or I've met people in my life who had this, and this, I think that's more interesting than looking at a happy person who has no problems, because that's fucking boring. But I don't mean that it's cool to have some mental problems, because it can be very frustrating and hard to battle. But overall, the song was really great. It was really fascinating. I really like the amount of creativity in this video. I mean, it was not much. He was sitting in a chair playing his guitar. 2 or 3 cameras were filming him, and I thought, okay, 9 minutes, well, hopefully it doesn't get boring, and it definitely didn't get boring. Thank you for the recommendation, because that was really good. And that's it for today's video. Let me know in the comments, do you know REN? Do you like REN? What do you think about the song? Or let me know whatever you want me to know. Also, give this video a thumbs up if you want, and feel free to subscribe to this channel and ring the bell to get notifications every time I release something new. The original video link is down in the description if you want to watch this video again without my face and the bullshit I'm talking. And I would say until next time, peace!